Flashback to 7th grade Legion baseball. I end up getting cut from that team, man. I didn't sulk. I didn't just let it affect me. Yeah, I was pissed off. Of course I was embarrassed. Dude, it sucks getting cut from a team, especially your sport. I'm a baseball player, bro. I shouldn't be getting cut from a baseball team. And if you get cut in 7th grade, like I did, that sucks. You ever feel like you got screwed out of an opportunity? Like no matter what you did, someone else got the shot that you earned? Here's the truth. Sometimes you did get screwed. The best players don't always play. And if you don't learn how to beat the system, you'll get left behind. In baseball, there are a ton of ups and downs, and there are a ton of factors that are outside of your control. And when we talk about favorites, or we talk about nepotism, we talk about politics in baseball, that stuff exists, fellas, at every single level for every single team. I've seen players not play because of politics. Very skilled players. I've seen players have to climb and swim uphill consistently because they didn't get drafted for a lot of money. I've seen players get cut from the dumbest reasons, for the dumbest reasons, because they weren't necessarily the most liked player. They weren't the favorites. And I had to fight through that stuff myself, man. If you don't make a good first impression on your team, your organization, sometimes you get the reputation of being a bad apple, okay? So I've had to fight through that stuff myself throughout multiple levels. So today I'm telling you guys how to win even when the system is stacked against you. Now look, when we talk about beating the system, we're talking about overcoming politics in baseball because, again, boys, politics exists in the game. It exists. There are guys that have to play. There are guys that are favorites. There are guys that are on full rides, get drafted for millions of dollars. These guys have to play, okay? It exists. We need to figure out how to overcome that. At every level, for every team, for every sport, it exists, especially in baseball. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you come from. To be completely honest with you, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what you're capable of in the future, man. It's like either you're against the political aspect of stuff where, organizations are playing favorites, or you're going with it, okay? So I'm talking to the players that have to grind through politics, have to overcome that stuff. There is a way to do it. And if more often than not, you feel like you aren't getting a great opportunity, man, sometimes you aren't, okay? Sometimes you aren't. Sometimes the odds are stacked against you. There are ways to beat that stuff, man. We are going to dive into it. We're going to talk about why it happens and what you can do today to start fighting through that stuff, man. So I'd love to set the table on why I feel as though I am well equipped to talk about this stuff, man. I've dealt with politics throughout the entirety of my career, and I'll tell you what, fellas, I was not on the receiving end of the good side of politics, okay? I was always having to overcome that stuff. Flashback to 7th grade Legion baseball. I played Legion for a year or two, and we're getting into 7th grade where it's like middle school sports are starting to take shape. And dude, we got somebody trying out for the team for the first time. It was the middle school quarterback. Dude, he ended up being the high school quarterback. He was well endowed and in with everybody in the travel baseball scene because of who he was, because of who his dad was. Dude, they were friendly with everybody. I end up getting cut from that team, man, because the quarterback for the local county team wanted to try out, dude. The Legion coach just gave him the spot. The coach picks the quarterback over me because of politics. Not necessarily because of talent. I wasn't the best player on the team, but dude, I was consistent. I would show up, and I was obviously hungry. This guy's just showing up because, man, maybe he's not playing football this year. It's a weird in-between year. He's just going to... And I get booted, dude. I get booted. So when we're in that situation, fellas, we have two choices that we can make. We can either let these politics, this BS that's happened to us, confirm what we're thinking and what we're feeling and what our feedback is. Is it confirming that we're not a good player? Or are we going to do the other thing? Are we going to work our asses off? We're going to get better, and we're not going to let a coach decide our future again. That's what I chose to do. That's second option, dude. I didn't sulk. I didn't just let it affect me. Yeah, I was pissed off. Of course I was embarrassed. Dude, it sucks getting cut from a team, especially your sport. I'm a baseball player, bro. I shouldn't be getting cut from a baseball team. And if you get cut in 7th grade, like I did, that sucks. I get it. There are two choices, bro. We can accept it Or we can say, no, we can get back to the drawing board, work your butt off, get better, and not let politics have an everlasting effect on the outcome of our career. Story number 2, man. I'm in college summer ball. So I just come off a fantastic sophomore year. Okay. I'm a Division I baseball player. I just hit like, I think it was 314 or something like that, maybe 312. I got an eyelash in my eye, dude. Sorry. And just stole a bunch of bases. Okay. I'm trying to make a name for myself. I'm starting to create, I'm getting a buzz around me in the Northeast as a dude that can swipe some bags, get on base. I go out to Alaska, dude. I want to play up to the competition. There are SEC players, Pac-12 players, they're, West Coast players that are nasty. I want to go out there and I want to play up to their level, put them in their place. Okay. As soon as I got there, dude, I'm on the bench. I'm on the bench because I'm a little Northeast baseball player. I don't have a reputation. I'm not a full ride player. I'm not on the pre-draft list of prospects, dude. I am a nobody. Okay. I go out there to Alaska and I have to show out, dude. I have to earn it. That's going into the draft. I had a fantastic year. We want to even talk further, dude. Flip it back a year before freshman season. I'm going out here in Ohio, Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League, Hamilton Joe's, dude. I'm a Division I baseball player. I'm a freshman. I walked on. I made the team. Okay, didn't have the best year in the world, dude, but I had to sit the bench for the majority of the summer and make a name for myself because there were older guys, more established guys. They weren't playing better than me at the time. Excuse me. I had better stats than them. I ended up hitting 300, but I had to sit the bench, dude. Doesn't matter where you come from. Doesn't necessarily matter who you are, okay? Doesn't necessarily matter if you're going to be a future big leaguer. Politics exist. There are ways to overcome it, okay? And we can't overcome it if we quit. We can't overcome it if we accept it, all right? Lesson learned. No one is going to give you your spot. Because politics exist in baseball, if you want something, if you want a spot, you have to take it. You have to take it. You cannot just sit around and wait for a spot to be given to you. You can't just wait for opportunity to show up, brother. You got to take it. You got to create it. You got to make it happen. This is how baseball works. It's not about being fair. Baseball is not fair. Life is not fair. It's about how you respond when it happens. And baseball is a great teacher when it comes to that, dude. Nepotism in baseball exists. Politics in baseball exists. Playing favorites exists, okay? Politics is real in the sport. We just talked about it. Coaches have to play favorites, okay? They have to play favorites, especially if they make the lineups. Some guys get spots that they didn't earn. I've been on teams where I've sat the bench and I'm looking around at the players out in the field and I'm like, bro, what is going on? What is going on? There's no way these guys are better than me. I'm pissed off. Dude, I get it. You're a human being. I get it. There are players that have spots in front of you and you can't wrap your head around why it's happening. Bro, I get it. It happens at every level. From middle school to the big leagues, from little league to the big leagues, okay? Favorites exist. Some coaches prioritize their guys, okay? Whether it's a former player's little brother, a kid that they've coached before, okay? Whether it's the local quarterback, freaking unbelievable, or somebody with connections, okay? It does not matter. Favorites exist. Favoritism exists. Doesn't matter the sport. Doesn't matter the level. Some players get extra chances even when they fail. We know dudes that haven't gotten a hit in 3 weeks, and guess what, bro? They're at the top of the order the next game. They're leading off, playing center field. This guy can't sniff a barrel, dude. Even when they fail, these guys are getting unlimited opportunities. These guys are getting extra chances, and guess what? Dude, it exists at every single level, and it sucks. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You're going to let it confirm your belief? You're getting slapped in the face, dude. Are you going to accept it? What do we got? These players that are getting the extra chances, okay? These favorites, they fit the profile, dude. Whether they're big, they're strong, they look the part. Whether they're a prospect or a dude, they draw a crowd, they draw scouts' attention. Whatever it is, they keep getting opportunities even when they aren't producing. If you are a 9-hole hitter like I am, like I was when I played, dude, we have to produce. We have to show up and we have to do our job every day. Our leash is short. We don't get the opportunity to have extra chances, okay? Money plays a role. Money plays a huge role, especially when you get into the professional ranks. Plays a huge role. When we're talking about at the earlier stages, like some parents donate to programs. You got a youth or travel program, you got a Legion team, dude, some parents will just make it rain and throw money at that program, and guess who has to play? Their kid. Some parents donate the program. Some families, they pay big money for private trainers or high end like travel baseball teams, and those players sometimes get prioritized. And guess what, bro? That's how it works, and it sucks, and it's not fair. But that's baseball. Reputation matters. The buzz about you matters. Your track record matters. Some guys get labeled as these prospects early, okay? They get eyes on them early and they have this blue chip draft prospect, like whatever you want to call it. They get labeled early, man, and then they never have to fight for their spot ever. They get that shit handed to them while others have to grind just to get a look. And guess what? Over time, those guys that don't have to grind for the stuff that they have, they get passed up because adversity is coming at some point right around the corner. It might seem like these dudes are spoon-fed opportunity. Here you go, brother. You got a great last name. Or you know what, dude? You are a first-round draft pick in 2064 probably. So like, here's the opportunity. Dude, I get it. Okay? Reputation matters. Sometimes we can control it. Sometimes we can't. It'll take years to build up a reputation and a couple quick minutes to ruin it. Reputation matters. The dudes that get labeled as top prospects, they never have to fight for their spot. And guess what, bro? That's how it goes. And it doesn't change when you get to college, doesn't change you get the pro ball, doesn't change, all right? Guess what won't fix it? All this stuff we're talking about, guess what doesn't fix this issue of nepotism, favorites, politics, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how to necessarily like specify it, right? But guess what doesn't help this situation? Complaining. Complaining will not fix this issue. Complaining will not make your situation better. Complaining will not make you more of a joy to be around, okay? When we talk about trying to fix this issue, it's about action. It's about continuing to grind, okay? Keep grinding. You hear it all the time here on the 9-Hole podcast, the 9-Hole brand, on all the social media posts, bro. Keep grinding. Every player has a story about getting screwed over. Every single player. Guess who doesn't want to hear about your story of getting screwed over, okay? If you're tuning into this episode, you want to hear about my story of getting screwed over. But everybody on your team is grinding through something. Everybody on your team is getting screwed in some aspect, okay? They're going through their own personal stuff. They don't necessarily want to hear you complain about your issues all the time, dude. You can't change the system. You can't change the political nature. You can't change the favorites having to be played. They have to be in the lineup. But you can find ways to win inside of that system. Yes, again, politics exists. Playing favorites exists. That's the system. Every level, every sport. But guess what, bro? Even if you aren't the favorite, even if you aren't the player that the politics favor, you can still win, dude. You can still win. There's winning in there. You have to understand it. You have to be able to beat it. Instead of focusing on what is unfair, instead of focusing on yourself getting screwed, focus on how you respond. Isn't that the only thing you can control? You can't control if your name's penciled in the lineup. You can control your effort in practice. You can't control if you come off the bench in the fourth inning or you're starting. Everybody gets screwed. You can't change it. You can find ways to win. If we're going to do that, we need to focus on how we respond when we get screwed. It's about how we respond. Remember that first story, dude? I got cut in 7th grade Legion baseball, bro. I could have accepted that. Had that confirm my beliefs. I'm getting bat slapped, embarrassed, dude. I get cut. I feel like I'm a terrible baseball player. Do I accept that? Let it confirm? Or do I get pissed off and use that as fuel, dude? Stop focusing on what's unfair. Focus on how you respond. What else is there? That's what actually determines your future. That's what actually determines your success, is how you respond. Are you able to bounce back from getting screwed over? Dude, if you haven't been screwed over enough yet, it means you haven't played long enough. Everybody's going to get screwed over. Even if you are being spoon-fed at an early age, bro, it's coming. It's coming. Stop focusing on what's unfair. Focus on how you respond. That is the only thing that you can do, okay? So, if we wanted to bundle that up and package it, what is that called? Dude, that's called being problem focused versus solution focused. So if you are pissed off, you have no idea why you're not playing, it's not fair. Bro, you're focused on the problem. You're just magnifying the problem. The problem is you're getting screwed. The problem is playing favorites exists and it exists in every level. I got it. And guess what? It exists for everybody. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Focus on the solution, bro. What do you need to do in order to unscrew yourself from this situation? Yeah, baseball isn't always fair, but you can still control your career if you do the right things. Okay? You can still control your career if you do the right things, even if the politics are against you. How crazy is that? Okay? You can still win. You can still control your career. Let's get into it. Let me take a sip. How to win when politics exists, okay? The number one rule, if you are getting screwed over in the game of baseball, if you're getting screwed over in life, if you're getting screwed over in school, off the field, whatever the case is, if you don't like it, play better. That's the solution. 300 hitters don't sit the bench, my guy, unless everybody's hitting 350. And guess what? Not everybody's hitting 350. If you don't like it, play better. Stop making excuses. Stop crying about it, dude. Do something about it. You can still control your career. You can still win amidst all the bullshit. If you don't like it, play better. Here's how to win. Here are a couple ways to win. 4 ways to win when politics exists. You can still win when this stuff's going on. Number 1, you can be so good that they can't ignore you. How many of you listening right now are dealing with some sort of political BS, some sort of favoritism BS? Somebody is playing in front of you. You didn't make the team. You didn't get the opportunity. You're not getting a Bs. And you're so good that they can't ignore you. Nobody. Everybody that's grinding through this right now can get better. Everybody that is sitting the bench because of a favorite playing can get better at another position and get their bat in the lineup. Dude, guess what? If you're not the starting center fielder because the coach's son is playing center field, why aren't you in left? Because you can't read the ball off the bat correctly in the corner, bro. You get terrible reads and your batting practice. You're not taking BP with authority and power shagging and using it as a top drill. You can't play left field, dude. Okay? 300 hitters aren't sitting the bench unless everybody else is hitting 350. If you're a gold glove outfielder, if you're not playing center field, you're playing left field or you're playing right field. Okay? Be so good that they can't ignore you. Number 1, if you put up numbers, you have to play. You have to play. If it comes down to somebody that's hitting 290 and somebody that's hitting 290, and one of the players is a favorite, guess what? That other player is probably going to play. And that sucks. But there aren't a bunch of other players hitting 290 on that team, right? This guy that's getting screwed is going to be put in the lineup somewhere else. If it's not the spot that he wants to be at, a 290 hitter is going to sniff the lineup, dude. If you put up numbers, they have to play you. There's nothing else. If you don't like it, play better. Talent might not be enough. Okay? There might be players that are more talented than you. The players that are, All-Americans, SEC All-Americans, dude, Affleck All-Americans coming out of high school. I get it, bro. Talent might not be enough. But guess what forces the coach's hand? Production. Talent might not be enough, but guess what is? Producing. Putting up numbers, bro. Number 1, if you want to win when politics exists, be so good that they can't ignore you. Number 2, control what you can control. Okay? Are we focused on the controllables, bro? Coaches pick favorites. Nepotism exists in baseball. Some guys will get more chances than you. Can you control that? No, you can't. Complainers get cut. Winners find a way to win. We've talked about it earlier here. You have a decision, dude. Okay? When you get cut, are you going to let that confirm your belief and confirm the stuff, the external factors that are going on around side of you? Dude, or are you going to use that as fuel to get better? There are two chances, bro. The choice is yours. Baseball isn't always fair, but you can still own, control your career. You can still win amidst all the BS, dude. All right? Complainers get cut, winners find a way. Number 3, dude. If you want to win when politics exists, you need to take your spot. You need to stop waiting for it. You need to be hungry, dude. You need to play fearless baseball. You need to be the predator, not the prey. You need to be aiming for somebody's spot. You need to be hungry to eat. Because if it's not you, dude, it is them. You need to take your spot. You can't just wait around for it, bro. If a guy in front of you is slacking, take his job. If a guy in front of you is struggling, take that shit from him. Why are you just sitting around and waiting for the coach to say, okay, Ian, you're up. All right, Billy, go ahead, brother. Your turn. Take it. Take a batting practice so good. Have a practice day that is so good that you can't be ignored, bro. If that's the only thing that you can win and do, take it. Take a better batting practice than that dude. Take a better infield, outfield than that guy. Make it known. If you want the spot, take it. Don't wait for it. Outwork the guys ahead of you until they have to play you. This is what I did. I was not the best baseball player, but guess what? I didn't get outworked. People saw that. And over time, when favorites have to play up front, dude, over time, if I outwork somebody and this guy is not working, he's not producing, even though he's the favorite, bro, over time, I get my shot. I get my chance. And that's when dudes like me get to make it to the big leagues. And dudes like that don't get the opportunity, man. If you want to win when politics exists, number 3, you got to take your spot. Stop waiting for it, dude. It's not just going to be given to you. Take it. Outwork them. They have to play you, okay? Number 4, we've talked about reputation and how that matters, okay? Some guys may get the favorite treatment. They might get spoon-fed opportunity because they have the reputation of being a prospect. They have the reputation of being a dude. They come from a good family, bro. I get it. If you want to win with all the politics, all the bullshit that's going on, man, because it exists at every level in every sport, you need to build a reputation as a grinder and as a good teammate. It sounds stupid, dude. You want to build a reputation as a dude that grinds and works really hard, and you want to build a reputation as a good teammate, dude? That's eyewash. You know what's not eyewash? Hitting 300, getting 500 plus ABs a season, making it to the big leagues. That shit's not eyewash. Build a reputation as a grinder and as a teammate. What else is there, dude? You could be a terrible teammate. You could have a reputation as a crybaby, a dude that can't handle failure. And guess what that's going to get you, bro? Nothing. You think scouts only look at talent? Nope. That's just the surface level stuff, bro. Scouts are looking at way more stuff than just that, especially college coaches, dude. When they have to feed their families off of wins and losses, they need to build a winning program, dude. It's not just about talent. Coaches, scouts, GMs, they talk. These guys talk, man. If you're a great teammate, it helps when decisions are made. If Duke baseball needs to win and you are a great teammate, you're a grinder, you have that reputation, bro, they're going to put somebody in that position that displays servant leadership. We just saw Chris Pollard get, like, I think it was the 500th win. It's like, I think he's the winningest coach in Duke baseball history, bro. It talks about servant leadership. Guess what type of teammate and what kind of player makes up a servant leadership type role, dude? A good teammate, a grinder, one that wants to win and is willing to put others first, okay? Scouts aren't only grading you and evaluating you on your talent, bro. Don't be a shit teammate. These guys talk. If you're a great teammate, it helps when decisions are made, okay? If favoritism exists and you are getting the short end of the stick when it comes to politics, bro, you're sitting the bench, the worst thing you can do is be a terrible teammate and cry about it and confirm the decisions that are going on. Confirm the decisions that are having. What's that mean, dude? It's terrible. The worst thing that you can do is confirm the decisions that the coach is making, bro. If you are sitting the bench because he's playing a favorite, the worst thing you could do is cry about it. Be upset, be a terrible teammate, dude. More often than not, that's just going to confirm the belief, okay? That's going to start building a reputation around it. Build a reputation as being a grinder, as being a good teammate, dude. What else is there? All right? Bottom line, stop expecting baseball to be fair because it's not. If you're relentless, if you produce, and if you earn it, they can't keep you down forever. Again, you aren't sitting the bench hitting 300 unless everybody else is hitting 350. And guess what, brother? Not everybody's hitting 350. You've got two choices: complain about politics or become so damn good that politics don't matter. If they sleep on you, make them wake up. Make them wake up. And most importantly, fellas, keep grinding. Catch you guys back here again soon.